Here comes the money. You're now listening to the Gambling with Gold podcast with Jason Gold. Presented by Champions Round.
Sunday night football preview. The Miami Dolphins -3 at the Los Angeles Chargers. This number at DraftKings for the total is 52. Like you said that you mentioned earlier that you bet the over in this game. The line is actually at DraftKings crept up to 3.5, which is exactly what I wanted to talk about. All right, so I'll give you the floor first. What do you think about this matchup? Who do you think is going to come out and win this game?
Yeah, I mean, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if the Chargers win this game. I think that Miami very much comes in and says, fuck you guys. We're going to show everyone how dominant this offense can be since they're coming off of a little bit of a disappointing week. I'm sure they're itching to get right. I think the Chargers are a nice get right spot. I think Chargers will stay in this game, but at some point it's going to take a turn where Miami starts to dominate probably.
This has been probably the most difficult game for me to handicap this week.
Yeah,
the second bet that I made this week, so the first one I made was the New York Giants, and then I bet the Dolphins early on in the week. And I'm beginning to think that I am going to buy out of that position. And here's why. Miami's getting a lot of public money right now. No surprise, the public absolutely loves Miami in the story, in this offense, and Tyreek Hill. We also saw that offense completely exposed last week against the San Francisco 49ers, the first good team that they have played in months. The Dolphins are also not as desperate as the Chargers are.
Yeah.
The Dolphins need to win, but they're 8-4. They can afford a loss. The Chargers 6-6. This is a loser leaves town match for them in this game on Sunday Night Football. You can throw out the Herbert and Tua stuff and then being competitive against one another. I don't think that matters. I was waiting for this hook on the Chargers at 3.5. I think at 3.5, this is a really, really good bet. Miami is still going to be without their left tackle and their right tackle in this game. You saw how much that mattered last week. Joey Bosa will not be back, but they still have Khalil Mack. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, like you said. But this Dolphins defense is atrocious. Let's just remember they gave up 27 points to the San Francisco 49ers last week offensively with Brock Purdy at quarterback. Jimmy G went out early in that game, and they still got smoked.
Yeah.
Mike Williams could be back for this game for the Chargers, which completely changes the dynamic of their offense. I think there's a really good chance that the Chargers are super desperate in this game and win outright, but the plus 3.5 as the hook, that is really, really important.
I'm in. Let me get my phone. I like it. That's why I only bet on the total in this game, because in the back of my mind, there is a very realistic world, too, where the Chargers win this game. And I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think that you bring up some really good points. Like, the Dolphins aren't as desperate right now. The Chargers are like this. And the Chargers have been getting a lot of heat from myself, from the media, from everyone else.
Well, they've been terrible.
Yeah, and rightfully so, right? So there's a reason why they're getting the heat that they are. If you can beat Miami, maybe people shut up a little bit, too.
I think there's a really good chance. I'm just telling you, I think this number will end at 3. But there's a 3.5 in the marketplace right now. That is the number you want to bet. I don't think this reaches 4. So 3.5 is the buy point on the Chargers.